Here we are live from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Stage 5. We're at the Athletic Resort and Casino, and we never get to talk to you guys. I mean, you're always over there, and we're always over there, but if everybody knows, this is Karen. Tell them who you are, where you're from.
I'm Karen Andrea. I'm Buffalo, New York, president of the Riveter chapter of the AMCA, and I'm helping with the check-in and the quizzes and all of the things.
Yep. And you guys got to relive some of. Well, you'll come over here too, Margie. This is Shadow. She's kind of like, you guys are the quiz masters in this whole thing.
The quiz masters, yes. Well, we would be true quiz masters if we actually knew the answers, but we're in the same boat as everybody else.
And they're hard. I don't know if you guys take the quiz. I mean, they're hard questions.
So I'm Marjorie Kleiman. I live in New Jersey. And with Karen, you know, we organized the Chicks on 66 ride, and Chris was along.
Right.
And that was incredible. That was 3 months ago. We're just getting to do the whole thing again with some variations. And with this cross-country chase, I'm handling PR and media relations. I'm doing checkpoint quizzes and also the daily updates, photography, and the writing. So
everything you read on the website, Marge writes, and on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
For the motorcycle chase.
We're up from like 5 in the morning till like 1 in the morning.
This is where it all comes together. People don't see the behind the scenes stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You guys don't get the glory, but you do all the work. We couldn't do it without you, and everybody just adores you guys, and you're here. And you're helping
that's so
people,
sweet of you to say. I'm not sure I believe that.
No, it's true. It's true. You know, and you get to relive the whole chicks thing again because June. We were out here doing the same thing. Well, I was in the van for part of it, but I was here anyway.
Yeah, it definitely brings back memories. We're seeing things that, I remember going past that, or I missed that because I was on the man van, or whatever.
Right. We were up in Madrid today, up where they did the Wild Hogs movie.
That's a fun town. It's really, people are so creative and artistic in a lot of these towns, and it's just a lot of funky stuff around. We just had a blast there today.
It was fun having lunch up there. Yeah. And it was crowded. I guess there's something going on.
No, it's like that every day, especially weekends. I mean, it's just a really hot tourist attraction, you know?
Okay, so I wanted you to tell people, you guys both ride vintage bikes too. Yes. So what did you ride on the Chicks bike? Right.
I rode my 1982 FXRS Shovelhead. And that I did so well on that. After 3,500 miles, I decided to ride it to Sturgis and back a month and a half later. And that was about 3,900 miles. So, yeah. So that
Shovelhead. Get some Shovelhead miles on.
That bike is a real road warrior now. I mean, there were a few issues, but all in all, she did well. Well,
you know what? Maybe if there's ever a ride, or you get something older, maybe there's ever a Shovelhead ride, cross-country ride.
It could happen, or I could get a panhead or a flathead. Anything can happen.
And now you know how to read the road chart.
That's right.
So
yes,
you have an advantage right there.
That's right.
So Karen, what did you ride on the Chicks ride?
I rode my 74 FLH. Affectionately known as the Atomic Shovel, and it made most of the miles. I was on the van a couple days, ignition issues, but otherwise it ran well. Did good.
Yeah, you did good. You led the group of there was like I think five or six of us to start out vintage girls riding on the Chicks ride, and then I dropped out, but I joined again. But whatever, that's a different story. But it was
being fussy.
But it was being fussy. But it was so fun to see all you guys. Sharon starting her panhead kickstarting for the first time.
That was incredible.
That will stay with me forever.
Best day ever.
Yeah, that was always the best day.
Best day ever.
That's her motto.
Yep. We had fun. We had women mechanics along and riding Chase, Chicky, and Athena. Ransom, how you guys? We just saw Chicky last night. Vicky and I did a live with her last night from the parking lot. Yeah. You know how that goes. But anyway, I wanted people to get to see you and meet you.
Well, very cool. Hey, everybody.
Yep, Facebook Live. Okay. What's next for the Riveters?
Stay tuned.
It's in the works. I have a feeling there's something good coming.
Stuff in the works.
Okay, we'll check in with you guys later. We're waiting for some bikes. I think I hear some coming.
There's some coming in now.
And
again, I gotta go do my job now.
Okay, so here's your job, and this is where they take the quiz over here. I won't show you the quiz because it's top secret questions, but they come in and what do? They come in and they check in with you.
Yeah, well, they check in today. They're checking in with John Clausen first that they finished all their miles. Then they come to us and they get the quiz. Normally they get this during the day.
Right.
They do the quiz. They have to fill out their name and their rider number, do the quiz, and they give it back to us, and then we'll grade it. And that the points that they get each day add to their total score.
And I heard they get extra points if they put their name and their rider number on it. You can't hand in your paper if you don't put your name on it. Remember that from middle school? Well, it's happening here. So these guys are checked in. They're going to go put their bikes down in the parking garage in there or wherever and start working on them. Nobody's forgotten. See, I think that's the first. It's because you're giving them points. When you offer something, that's what they want. That's right. That's right. All right. People are gathering here to watch some of the bikes coming in. Hey, let's talk to you. You know, here's a classic example. Somebody had some mechanical trouble, and you know what? He's hanging around trying to help still. I mean, he didn't go home. Not that you couldn't or shouldn't. So tell us about what happened. Tim Burns from
Cottage Grove, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so pretty sure that the nut holding the sprocket shaft onto my flywheels came loose and threw everything out of balance and overheated the motor and took out the main bearings. So I'm done, but I'll be following everybody along and helping anybody out I can at night. I know one of my team members, Matt Miller, has got a flat tire, so we'll jump in, get him fixed up. We've got inner tubes on the way being air freighted in right now. Alex Trepanier is bringing an inner tube for us, so
nice.
We'll get him back up on the road
People
tonight.
helping each other, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, yeah. Try and get everybody going and get all the miles and do it safely and all have fun and keep riding our old bikes.
We talked to Matt earlier today, and he said he had that rear flat around 55 miles an hour, and he said he was going sideways.
Yeah,
but he held it up.
He said he held it up, yeah. And unfortunately, that kind of hit his perfect score he had going. But
I know, and it's hard for Matt. But you know what? He's safe, and that's all that counts.
That's what counts. Yeah, he didn't
that's
get hurt.
Right.
So
that's right.
We'll get him up. He'll be running again tomorrow, I'm sure. So.
Oh, probably tonight. He's to change his tire. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you hanging out with us. You're going to stay till the end.
Absolutely. I'll be at the end.
Okay,
every night.
helping everybody.
Anybody I can help do wrenching with, and I'm here to help out.
I know you helped Megan get that panhead running.
Yeah, Morgan's panhead. Yeah, got the clutch all fixed up on that. We had to pirate some parts off of another broken panhead to get it going, and got it all back together. I rode it around the parking lot about 1:30 at night, and parked it back in her spot. She came out in the morning, and I guess it was ready to go.
It reminds me of a little fairy tale, like the little shoemaker guys doing the little cobblers, doing the shoes. They shut the shoes out in the morning. They're all ready to go.
Right. Don't know how it happened. It just got magically fixed overnight.
She was very grateful, and she was so she's it's her first time, and being younger and all that, and a girl. I mean, it's a different thing too.
Yeah, and doing a real good job with it. Those are tricky bikes to ride if you're not used to foot clutch tank shift bikes, but they're definitely fun. She's handling it like a trooper. So
we actually got to talk to her this morning for a little bit.
Okay.
She was really into it, so I heard she's on her way here. So I hope we can interview her this afternoon.
Yeah, we should have some more bikes pulling in here pretty quick. And
any minute now, we're waiting on them. So the tension's building to see who, it wasn't that long of a day. I mean, I guess it wasn't long for me. I was in the van, but it was 254. But they did have to go up like maybe 7,000 feet today. So there was a little bit of hills, and I think the sidecar was kind of struggling a little bit. We saw Bert with the 34 VL. That's a big sidecar for a VL, huh?
Yeah, because that ended up on the road. Connor called me to ask me about a couple questions on the sidecar wheel bearings and stuff on it, but it sounds like he's got it worked out, so they should be pulling in, I think.
Yeah, I think he had trouble. I think what happened? Valve was sticky last night.
The valve was sticky, so they pulled the head off at the shop in Tucumcari last night, fixed the valve, got it running, but it sounded like the sidecar wheel was wobbling. It turned out that the axle nut that holds the wheel tight in there had come loose, and you can't see it because on the sidecar there's a hubcap over the nut. So sounds like Connor helped them out, got it fixed, and they should be rolling along.
And that was lucky because you don't want to mess with that out on the road, and especially a sidecar.
No, a lot of stresses on them.
It's a lot, and that's a lot of weight for that VL. I think
Absolutely.
too. I don't know. I mean, it's not my bike, but.
And that's the 2-passenger sidecar, so it's a double wide one, and so that alone weighs more. And then you tend to pack more stuff in there. And he's got his wife in there, and it's with the elevations and stuff and low horsepower on a VL. It's a trick.
He was going pretty slow going up those hills today. We saw him.
Yeah, but I think Rob Nussbaum built that motor, so it's going to be a nice solid running machine for sure.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Rob and Ryan did a good job on that bike. It's beautiful, and the paint job is wonderful.
Yeah.
Just wonder, I know they didn't have a lot of miles on it though when they brought it out. So
right, but good way to break it in by running across the country.
It's going to be broken now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, did you make it to that shop last night? Were you over there?
I ended up over there just for a few minutes. Ran over there and we picked up a couple parts and stuff. Then went back to the parking lot. I was helping Bill Page working on a generator on his VL. We swapped out generators. We had to pull the gear off of the bad one, put it onto the good one, and the pullers that I had wouldn't do it. We couldn't wedge it with screwdrivers, so we took it over to the shop, borrowed a puller there, and got it off and back on.
I tell you, Bill's a trooper. He's had generator problems, running off battery for a few days.
Right.
I think he's actually in 5th place. He's like
Yeah, it's still just
way up
VLs are tough bikes. It's just I pushed mine too hard. I'm running along with with the guys with big twin flatheads and
Joined the group. I was
knuckleheads.
running with shovel heads and panheads.
Right, and it's hard on the equipment.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you run them in the heat, high RPM with a load and stuff, and Bill's he's taking his a little calmer. He and Rodney, they're just cruising along at about 50 or so, and so. Obviously, 50 mile an hour, you can cross country on a VL.
48, 50. I think that's what we did on the Chase with those, years ago.
Right. I was doing closer to 60, and
you were running with the big boys.
Right, and that apparently blows them up. So.
Well, you and I both learned a valuable lesson on that one, so we're good.
But we'll both fix them and be back again.
That's right. Where's your bike now? Did you send it off, or is it with?
Chad Martin and I. So I took mine and his 31C Harley. We took him up to Terry Richardson's shop up in Pratt, Kansas. And then zipped back to Tucumcari, SA. So we had about 9 hours of driving, and so we were able to get back in within 5 minutes of everybody arriving back to the hotels. So,
well, you're here, and you know what? Maybe a good thing you didn't bring your bike, because you know what happens to bikes that don't leave, that stay with?
They just get left.
They get cannibalized.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding you. People go, well, I need this, and
And here's Matt Miller.
And
so
you're not.
You
go ahead, and you're not using it. So you know what? Do you mind if I borrow it and I'll pay you back later when we get to another town? That's kind of what's been happening. So, yeah, I joke, but everybody likes to help everybody. They want to help their friends out. That's just the way it works. So, anyway, I thought we had some bikes coming in, but those were not our bikes. Those some other bikes. So, we'll see. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Where are these bikes, man? Everybody getting close, you think?
They are. I just checked in here a few seconds ago on our Life app, and just to kind of see where all the riders are, and I think we'll start to see quite a bit of them rolling in here any minute. So I know we're starting to get a lot of locals starting to come out right now, wanting to check it out. So we're going to have another coffee vendor over here, Rust is Gold, a local coffee company.
Just what you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just talking about we need coffee.
So they're going to be handing out coffee to everybody, and just kind of greeting each other. They are a great local staple here and very into the local motorcycle scene, especially the vintage scene. So they've been promoting for us the whole entire week, and hopefully we'll see a good presence here in Albuquerque. And
everybody's been so nice. I mean, the mayor last night came out.
Oh, yeah.
And, what was up with that?
She loves motorcycles. That's the second time I've got to see her this year. And like I said, she absolutely loves motorcycles, rides a motorcycle herself, and came out to support us, and actually even donated some of her own money to rent one of the spots for us, and everything like that. So
that was fun yesterday. We had the taco truck there, and everybody lined up for their food.
Such a cool little historic town. Every single shop there, every motel, super nice, super courteous. They love people. And they love to entertain. The hotels do. They love their history of their little town.
Oh, yeah, they're proud of it. Everybody's so friendly and so excited to see all the bikes. And, it's Route 66 is such a historic route. And to see the old bikes who, probably some of those bikes around the road when Route 66 was new and when it was at its prime. So it's pretty cool to bring them back out here.
And Tucumcari is one of those towns like that. They're like one of the most iconic towns on Route 66, and they... And with the interstate system, and the big truck stops and the box chain motels, it's really hurt those guys. And, hopefully what we did brought some awareness to some of these little mom and pop hotels that are preserving the past and the history of, these things from back in the 40s and 50s. I mean, they are a time capsule, really, is what they are,
All the beautiful, cool neon and everything. Yeah. You guys stayed at is it called the Blue Swallow?
Oh, yeah, so I stayed at the Blue Swallow last night with about a dozen people, and we had all kinds of people out there, and, of course, our content creators were out there just loving it with all the neon stuff and the cool little pictures we got to take.
It was great. What a great night
walking around
that city.
I can't wait to release some of the stuff and show the people what we've been doing. a little bit behind the scenes. You know, we're only giving
for
you
sure.
guys just
Sure.
a small little snippet
Yeah.
every day.
Here's our the only aerial square 4 aerial that's ever been on any one of these rides. They come in, and they're 2 up, so pretty cool. Number 72. All right, that's Larry. We talked to him this morning. That's a great bike. All right, here comes Elvis. We call him Elvis, but his real name is Jurgen, and he's on this beautiful, overly done Las Vegas style. We nicknamed it bike Elvis. And here's John Dobbs right behind him, John and Jackie. All right, they're checking in with John. He asks them if they got all their miles, and they say yes, whatever, and then they go park. They're going to come back up here and then take their quiz. He's telling him some instructions right now. That is a beautiful knucklehead. I think it's a 47, but the sidecar is fabulous. Yay! Woo! All right. That's John from Wisconsin. I think both those guys are from Wisconsin. So they're starting to trickle in right now. Number 81 I can't remember that guy's name, but he's always smiling, always happy. So let's go talk to these guys for a little bit, because I know John had a little trouble with his bike this morning. Hey, you guys, I know you got to take your quiz and all that, so I won't keep you long, but you had a little trouble this morning, you said, when I talked to you?
We did.
Uh-huh.
It all went away.
It all went away?
Yeah, it was miracles.
Yeah, that's the Harley gods are looking down at
It was. We climbed that big hill and
I was thinking about you going up that hill.
yeah, it was all good.
Yep, no problem.
Very, very happy.
Oh man, I'm happy too. I'm happy to see you. I was happy to see that red. Yes, they're here. I'm always excited to see you guys.
And early to boot.
And early and on time, and you got to go take your quiz now. And
Yes.
how about you? Did you have a good day over there?
I had a great day.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to ride one of these. I've never really had much miles.
It's fabulous.
Yeah,
You should come
it's
for a ride.
Maybe
He'll
I
give
will
you a ride.
sometime. I should.
Then.
Yeah. Does he ever mess with you and lift up the wheel?
Oh no,
See,
so
that's
far.
That's maybe why I have a little sidecar fear, because I remember someone saying, "Go for a ride." Next thing I know, I'm up in the air sideways. So yeah, you're a little bit more.
I think this might fall off if we try to
Yeah,
do
we don't want
something
to.
like that.
This is an older bike. We treat this one kindly. It's so beautiful, and I'm partial to red motorcycles. It's just gorgeous. All right, you guys, go take your quiz and good luck. And I'm so happy that you guys made it today. Yeah, awesome. Here comes some more bikes.
Like this? Yes.
All right, hey, we got to interview Rowdy.
You remember Deborah Shank?
I sure do. I already said hi to her. Hey, Rowdy, step over here. I want to do a little interview. We're live on Facebook. This is Uh-oh. Okay. It's Old Home Week here. It's Old Home Week because Rowdy's one of our veteran riders, our veteran cannonball riders. And I think he was might have been on the first chase with us too. I think he was. All right, here comes Richard, I think. Yeah. Richard made it in. All right. Coming on in here. We'll get Rowdy later. This is too much fun. All right, there's Richard's currently in second place on his beautiful Zundap. Richard out of Atlanta, Georgia, coming in. You did it.
That was an awesome ride.
Was it beautiful? How'd you handle the hill?
That course today was really nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad
The
you
mountain
liked
range was fabulous. It was a long, we had a 4-mile climb. This little baby,
it. Well, like you said, where'd this bike come from?
Germany.
And Germany is not flat, okay?
Yeah, that's what's funny about it is
Right. That's right.
I was really
Hey,
surprised.
and you got your buddy
We have
with you
two of
too. Yeah, you guys, how did he do? You both did good? How'd you do today?
Wow.
Oh, you're here. You guys stay together all day?
I know, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a great day. Nice and cool for the vast majority of it. So it was super pleasant.
Did you like that little town, Madrid?
Yeah, that was
The
really
Wild
cute.
Hogs movie
No,
up in there?
really?
We were scared because we didn't see a checkpoint anywhere.
It wasn't.
I know.
There wasn't. But there was an extra Law Tigers van today, so we thought you were going to be messed up because there's 2 Law. There's one that wasn't on the.
We were super nervous that we missed it.
You dropped your glasses there, Richard. All right, well, we'll keep you guys. You better get off your bikes. Awesome. Those bikes, that is such a cool looking, these bikes seem like they're ahead of their time or something. Just the design of it, you know? It's like something must have been futuristic design for that era.
We're gonna, you know what? We've got to get you on one of these.
I don't know.
You would love it. I swear to, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think you want to run that route we ran the other day in Oklahoma on it, but the route we did today, you would love this.
Oh, God.
Maybe, yeah, I guess so. I'm happy that you're happy and that you made it. That's wonderful. All right. I still want to talk to Rowdy because he's super funny. Let's see if I can catch him. Hey, Mr. Rowdy, I gotta get a few words in with you. I gotta get a few words with you for our Facebook audience. Our Cannonball family's watching us on here on this contraption over here. Can we get a few words from you?
A few words.
Can
Welcome
you
to
say-
New Mexico, land of enchantment. I tell you what, there ain't much enchanting stuff here, but you guys gonna make it enchanting.
See, I told you to say something cool.
It's
He
gonna be
always
great.
does.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna stay up till midnight.
Oh, really? That late?
Waha.
Can we make it?
No, I won't.
I won't.
Too old for that.
I bet Jose
Too
will.
old
though.
for that.
Yeah, we are. Anyway.
Hey, it's a nice, decent day. It's not 100 degrees. 2 weeks ago, it was 100 degrees here.
I heard
So, even though it's a little warm, it's really a lot good day for riding. I get to see my friends.
I know.
You know.
Tell people. Okay, what's your history with the Cannonball and the chase and all that stuff?
Well, the Cannonball, the first one I rode in was 14, and I was in 16. Then I was in 18. I never made it all the way. I've missed a few miles here and there. A huge disappointment in my life. But I could say I've made the finish line.
You know, you and I have a lot in common because I've never had a perfect score. I've done 4 Cannonballs, and I always made the start and the finish. I missed a little bit here, a little bit there, but going across the finish line, it doesn't matter. You make it across, and that's really finishing has always been winning to me.
It's the ride. You know, if you're in here to win, you're probably missing the whole purpose.
That's right.
Ride, the people, you meet a new family. Some of the best people in the world are riding in this thing right here today.
That's right.
And I get to come up. It's only 300 miles south, and I get to come up and see them. It's a pleasure
And
to
it's
see
still
them every
happening.
time.
We're getting all these young guys riding together, never knew each other, and now they're going to be friends for life. I see you guys are going to be friends for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you'll never break that bond.
All right.
You'll never break that bond.
Here comes our number 1 guy right there, Dave Curry, first place. Let's go talk to him. All right, we got to get over here and talk to these guys. Okay. I just want to say a quick hi. I'm so proud of you guys. How'd you do today?
Perfect. A little warm, but the cloud cover was excellent.
Nice day.
You know,
Cool
kept wondering about
there.
this quiz point.
Yeah, you gotta go park your bike. Come take your quiz. There you go. They gotta take the quiz now. So that's Todd's. I'm sorry. That's Dave. He's in first place. And we saw them out on the course today. It's always fun to watch them. I do have to be the first one to. I helped you with this last night too. So it's my pleasure to help you lift up your bike.
Thank you.
So number 1 place still probably. I don't know about the quiz. You got to go take it still.
Yeah, I got to go take the quiz now, and
Okay.
quiz is a big deal. You know
I
that.
know it. Right now, everybody's pretty close. 1, 2, 3 is pretty much close together. But how was that?
Everything's good. I got a casting on the seat bracket that broke, so we got that wired together. A little work on that. Change oil tonight. Primary and secondary adjust.
Okay.
It was a great ride. Awesome country.
How'd that bike handle the hill?
Well,
going uphill.
it's the altitude. I can't lean it out. It's all carburetor inside, so
Okay.
it was a little fat, but that's okay. It made it, no problem.
Better too fat than too thin. Well,
Well,
not in some things, but in motorcycles.
take the test.
Okay, good
Thank
luck.
you.
Okay, awesome. Well, it's fun to see him coming in. It's really fun to see him coming in here. It's great. I have not. I have the aerial for. Let's talk to this guy. All right. How did you do today?
Oh,
You're here.
had a little
Yeah.
bit of a problem, but we never truly stopped, so doing okay.
Just kept going.
Yeah,
How did it handle going up in the altitude?
that was probably the problem.
Mm.
Started loading up on me, so probably might have a capacitor going out too.
Okay, so you got some stuff to check tonight.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. But it was a nice ride, nice change of climate, change of scenery, so
Yeah.
looking good. Made it here.
I guess it was 100 degrees here a few days ago.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't here then.
Guys, the timing's been pretty good so far, I have to say. So pretty lucky with that one. Awesome. Okay. All right. Good luck. Good luck on your quiz. Don't forget to take the quiz. Okay. Let's see who's coming in here. You can talk to Jurgen. This is the coolest bike ever. Every time I look at this bike, I feel like that's a rocket ship gonna launch. You know? I mean, it's like
It can take up.
it is the coolest bike.
It takes off slowly.
How was it going uphill?
Oh, it was going good today. So I'd only to shift down just once. So third gear was okay. So and we did pretty well today. So today was up to now the best day on the chase for me. Really, I had just to stop once to swap the battery, but other than that, I just could go cruising speed 45 miles an hour. All good, yeah. So we had a blast today.
So what happens when you pull into a gas station with this bike? Do people like crowd around you? It's like such a
Definitely, yeah. Everybody comes and looks at it and can't believe it, and because there's so many details they want to see, and everybody's asking, so how did you get this, and where did you get this, and did you build this? Then I have to tell them this story short now, the history of this bike. Now, what's kind of incredible, and honestly, it's for me, riding it is great, and I would best pick it up and bring it back home to Germany. But
you know what?
my
It's like
buddy's
something
bike.
you see in a museum.
That's right, yeah. But we're here to ride what's actually in the
That's
museum.
right. A lot of these are museum quality
Right,
motorcycles.
most of them, yeah. This is really, for me, it's not just a motorcycle and a museum piece, it's really a piece of art. Definitely.
So no mechanical issues whatsoever. Everything's
I had on the long stage of 300 miles, I blew my head gasket about 15 miles before the finish line. But I did this that night, so I could change the head gasket. So that was really the only really issue I had. Other than that, I have some issues with charging the battery, but I have 2 spare batteries with me. So once a day, I just switch the battery and charge it overnight. And then you're really just some loose balls and stuff, but nothing major. Nothing.
System. So I don't know that much about panheads because I'm ride mostly earlier stuff. How hard is it to change a head gasket on there? Can you do it on the road?
You can do it on the road, yeah. You can do it on the road if you have the tools. Actually, the only real special tool that you would need is kind of a curved 16th that you need to get in between the cylinders now to loosen the balls. That's the only special tool you need. Other than that, it's really not too complicated. So I think back it took me about 3.5 hours in the evening. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
You got to take off the gas tank, take off the carburetor, and then take the 2 front lifters out. And then you just have to unscrew 5
So it's a lot of work.
bolts.
It's a lot of
It's
work.
a lot of work, yeah, but you can do it. Yeah, it's
such a cool bike.
yeah,
So
definitely.
it must
is,
be fun to ride. I
That's
don't know.
cool to ride.
Like,
Yeah, it's not easy to ride because
yeah, you're used to older bikes. I know you're used to older bikes.
I
right?
know, yeah. I ride any bike, yeah.
So what's the thing about this hard about it? You were going to say something hard about riding this bike?
That's really it's hard to ride because of 2 reasons. Number one is because the front is really, really heavy with all this double light up there and everything. And originally what we don't see now is in this bike there's originally a TV in there and a radio.
What?
So really, right? That's right in the front part where I have right now my road book. Now there's actually a TV in there that they built.
They put a TV in there and a
Right,
radio?
a TV and a radio. They put it in the 60s with a little screen about this size. No?
Watch TV when you're
to
riding?
watch TV while you're riding, really. But the point is that this TV is about, I would say, maybe 25 pounds or something like that. So if you put this in, it gets even worse to ride.
So the TV was up here.
It was right there.
There was a TV here, okay? This is incredible.
So this is kind of where the box is. This is why you see here you have the pointy screws. They are just the flat ones. So the whole area here is kind of the TV where you have the TV where you could watch TV while you're riding. So
it's crazy.
on some roads that we rode the last days, we could have done it, but no, it's
No, you're not
no
watching
fun.
TV.
No,
I mean, what would
no,
you watch?
Definitely not. No,
You're watching the road. Yeah, watching
that's
TV.
what I watch. That's
Well, did
really
you
it.
take the quiz yet?
I took the quiz, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
took
you're
the quiz,
good. You're
yeah.
done.
So I'm done for today and just do a little ranging, few checks, and I'm happy to be back on the road tomorrow.
Sounds great. All right. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think I think maybe we'll sign off for a little bit, you guys, and maybe we'll come back in a few minutes until we get some more bikes through here. See you in a little bit.